Alright, going on, guys? So, welcome back to today's stream / weather discussion. Today we'll be talking about Winter Storm Jayden, what to expect, and the hazards that this storm poses. So, we'll be talking about the hazards that this storm poses and what you can expect. So, yeah, we're starting off here in. Actually, we'll start off at the National Weather Service page. Show you guys all the watches and warnings that have been issued ahead of this storm. We have blizzard warnings in effect for portions of North Dakota, South Dakota, and into Minnesota. Winter storm warnings that stretch from Minnesota all the way to Michigan. Hello. So this area is under the winter storm watches in the pink. Winter storm warnings in the pink, and then we have winter weather advisories out here in the purple. I think this right here is I'm not really sure what that is right there. I've never seen that. Might be a winter storm. Wind chill watch. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, right here in this right under the winter weather advisory for Iowa, that's a wind chill watch where wind chills could be very cold. Wind chills will be especially cold up in far northern Minnesota, where they could reach as far as 60 to 70 degrees below zero. So we also have winter storm watches that have been issued for portions of New York down to Pennsylvania, and then we have winter storm watches all the way from Arkansas, Louisiana, all the way up to Kentucky, I think, or that might be West Virginia. Yeah, that is Kentucky. We have. Where are you from for this storm? We have winter storm watches for South Central Mississippi, for northern Alabama, portions of far northern Georgia, and North Carolina, Tennessee. Winter weather advisories for northern Mississippi, and for central Tennessee or middle Tennessee. For the South, if you're right by the coast, you're not gonna get anything. You'll make it a few snowflakes mixed in from time to time. Especially for Mississippi and Alabama, that's where you'll have the highest chance of seeing a few flakes mixed in, but it won't be anything major. But for these areas in the winter storm watches, that could be upwards of 1 to 2 inches of snow. The South doesn't handle snow that well because they don't usually get it that often, so they have to issue these watches. Atlanta's a difficult call right now. It looks like Atlanta's under the winter storm watch right now, but Atlanta's a very difficult call because it'll be very mild ahead of it, and because Atlanta will not be hit during the night tomorrow or Tuesday, I think it is. I think it's tomorrow night. Atlanta will end up being hit during the day, so it'll be very difficult to call because temperatures are warmer during the day. But if we get enough cold air in place, Atlanta could pick up close, maybe less than an inch, likely, maybe close to an inch in the suburbs. But 1 to 2 inches generally for northern Alabama, and in the winter weather advisory, it's basically 2 to 4 inches, widespread probably. Maybe a few locally higher amounts. I don't think so. It's not going to be the most impressive system, but that's just because I'm from the Northeast. We handle snow really well, but for the South, this is a big deal. Yep, no problem. Alright, so we'll click on the area and the blizzard warning first, just to go do a little tour. So, yeah, blizzard warning in effect in the red. This includes Fargo, Grand Forks, yeah, all the area in the red. It's not going to be a whole lot of snow, but the winds will be kicking out. The winds will be kicking a lot during this storm. So, even though it's not going to be a ton of snow, yeah, here's where the blizzard's most likely. So snowfall tonight, generally 6 to 8, 4 to 6 inches. Not a ton, but the winds will be blowing. there could be some winds up to 60 miles per hour. And then we also I want to talk about some of the Arctic blast. This is the forecast temperatures for Wednesday at 6 a.m. below zero. And then you have the wind chills, 61 degrees below zero is the feels like temperature in Lagdon, North Dakota, I think. Pretty sure this is North Dakota. Yeah, North Dakota, 61 degrees below zero for the wind chill. There could be some that are locally below, colder than this. So, yeah. It's a pretty dangerous. This is actually the polar vortex coming through. So next up, we'll do Alabama. I think I clicked far northern Alabama and Tennessee. Alright, so here's the area. Yep. I did far northern Alabama, so here's some of the areas in far northern Alabama and very southern Tennessee. Winter storm watches include Huntsville, Florence, Coleman, and Fayetteville, and Tennessee. So for the winter storm watch, we'll click on the details for it. So for the winter storm watch, possible snow accumulation of 1 to 3 inches. So, I know it's not a lot of snow, like, people up far north that are in the blizzard warning, they're like, that's nothing. For the south, this is a big deal, so, because the south rarely gets this much snow. And then we'll have to watch for a flash freeze in this area. I guess now we'll go into Georgia, and after that we'll go into Tennessee. So, we'll go for Georgia now. And click on the winter storm. And click on the winter storm watch. Yep, Atlanta just does include you in the winter storm watch. Atlanta, 0 to 1 inch, not that much snow. Far northern Georgia, maybe 2 to 3. Right here could be maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow. So, total accumulations are up to 2 inches. Locally higher amounts in the higher terrain of northern Georgia. So Atlanta doesn't look like you're going to get too much snow, but back in 2014, 2 inches of snow created gridlock in Atlanta during rush hour, and they got 2 inches of snow, shut down the highways from evening rush hour until morning rush hour. So, yeah, the South does not know how to handle snow too well, so this is a big deal. If Atlanta does get 2 inches of snow, they'll probably be calling off schools tomorrow for this. I would think they'd be canceling schools in Alabama too, or delaying them. But the thing is, we're gonna get a lot of melting. So Atlanta, if you don't get your snow during the rush hour, if you get it like during like the late morning, early afternoon time frame, it'll clear up and temperatures will rise above freezing, which could be good news because it could melt all the snow, but the bad news is there's going to be a flash freeze, which would result rapidly falling temperatures, and yeah. So now we'll backtrack, go to Mississippi. And then we'll go to the Northeast after. Alright, for the accumulating snow, elevated threat for much. This does include Jackson, Yazoo City, Greenville, Cleveland. Here's the times from the National Weather Service in Jackson, Mississippi. Ohio, we'll check that out after this too. But most of Ohio, it'll probably be a mainly rain event from the upcoming system. Not going to be too bad. We'll check that out after we check out Mississippi. So, elevated North Carolina, it's mainly the higher terrain and elevation in North Carolina. North Carolina isn't going to get too bad. It's just mainly the higher terrain. Here in Mississippi, in the elevated threat, 1 to 3 inches of snow. Roads will become snow-covered in hazardous conditions. And about the South with snow, they don't have as much resources to clear roads and stuff. In the somewhat limited threat down here in Hattiesburg, Laurel, trace to an inch. Not much snow, but still, that's a lot. Bridges may become snow covered and slick. All right, so now we'll check out Ohio. So yeah, oh, click up towards Cleveland. For Cleveland, we'll go to winter weather, just so we can check out how bad the wintry side of this will be. I think far northern Ohio could get some snow, but even National Weather Service is not forecasting much. Maybe out here in western. So Cleveland, less than an inch is being forecasted. The high end of the snowfall will be about an inch. So then we'll go check out southern Ohio to see how bad it'll be there. There's this one. Winter weather. Basically, right here. Okay. So less than an inch is being forecasted here in Ohio. That's the forecasted, less than an inch. The high end down here could be up Columbus, maybe 3 inches of snow. Mainly 3 inches of snow. This is the high end of the snowfall. So yeah, and now we'll go after Jayden makes its appearance. For the Midwest and South, it'll be going into the Northeast after. So first off, we'll check out Boston area. New York doesn't look to be getting hit too bad, but yeah. There's still the threat New York could get a little bit of snow. Here's the forecast in the Northeast, out here. So Boston, the forecast is less than an inch. Greenfield, your forecasted snow is 7 inches. We'll go to the island. Nantucket, less than an inch is being forecasted. Hartford, Connecticut, 2 inches is being forecasted. And then we'll check out the high end for snowfall. So Hartford, your high end is about 4 to 5 inches. Winterlock's 5 inches. Greenfield is 9 inches for the high end. Boston, 2 inches for your high end. Nantucket, 3 inches for your high end. And just a general 1 to 2 after that. The low end of snowfall will be 0 widespread. Greenfield, 3 inches for your low end. So Greenfield, you're basically getting a few inches of snow. That's basically what it's saying. So then we'll go up. Oops, wrong thing. So then we'll go up towards Maine, or Maine and parts of New Hampshire could be getting clobbered with this thing. This storm. Yeah, one storm watch all the way out there. That's not really in the area yet. But we'll check the snowfall. So here's the forecast. This is the forecast. Oh, that's ice accumulation. So since Maine's going to be getting hit later on, it's not really showing it too good yet. So we'll check back in with that probably tomorrow. I'll do it. Alright, so now we'll go check out some of the modeling. So we've been just checking out places, and now we'll just check some of the models. First off, we're going to be checking the European model to see what will be happening. Alright, so here's the Euro model. So, and then we'll be checking snowfall after this. So after we check what it'll look like, we'll check out the snowfall. Alright. Not what I want to do there. Alright. So here's the European models. Nice swath of snow through Tennessee. This particular model, the European model, wants to show a little heavier swath in Tennessee. And then it's all out of here. So here's the European model. And then he goes into New England, drops a little bit of snow. And now we'll be checking what it's going to show for snowfall. How much snow is being forecast by the European model. 24-hour snowfall. Freezing Alright, where's snow? Oh, there it is. Snowfall. Alright. So this particular model, we'll just go to after the storm. This particular model, the European model, wants to show a trace of snow, maybe up to locally 2 or 3 inches in that heavier swath in Mississippi, a little bit, and maybe locally up to 3 inches in this area of Alabama. And then a decent amount of snow up in the Northeast, especially in Maine and New Hampshire, where they could get locally up to over a foot of snow. Southern New England, this one looks like it's going to miss you again. I'll update again because it's trending in somewhat of a strange direction. Not sure what's going to happen with it yet. But Southern New England, hold tight. This may change. I don't think it will. From what it's been showing the past few days, I don't really think it'll be that bad. So, but Northern New England, you guys got a pretty decent snowstorm on your hand. So now we'll check out the GFS model and tropical tidbits, as always. Wait for this to load. So this is the GFS model. And then we'll check out the Canadian and FE3 GFS model. So you can see there's the development of the storm, and we also have this low pressure. That's what's going to feed some of the moisture in for southern New England to get a little bit of snow. Not much, but we have this low pressure off the sea. This one over here does not look like they will combine forces, but if they did combine forces, there would be a large swath of snow. And then here's that stripe of snow, locally heavy in Alabama and Mississippi. And then we keep going. And then it gets through this. The particular model, the GFS, does show a little bit in Atlanta by Tuesday evening. And then it swings it out of here. Southern New England starts as rain, and then transitions over to some snow. But we'll check out snow totals right here. Total snowfall. So it does show 1 to 3 inches in this swath. I'll circle real quick for you guys. Alright, if this doesn't load, can't do that. Alright. Nice, doesn't want to load, so that's great. But in this swath from Mississippi up towards Tennessee, and you can see some splotches in here in North Carolina. That's the higher terrain. Generally 1 to 3. Atlanta looks like this particular model wants to bring in about 1 inch for you guys. And then a good swath up here of some snow, maybe locally up to a foot. And then as it goes into the northeast, a good swath of snow right here of about 6 to 12 inches, locally higher. Southern New England, it shows about 1 to 3. In some of the higher elevations, like the Berkshires, maybe locally up to a foot, as you get into southern Vermont. So that's gonna be it for this stream, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys, and